It's a contender to the Samsung Galaxy Note, and it's got a cool pin called Rubber Diem. I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com. This is the LG Intuition on Verizon Wireless. Let's unbox it. Intuition in the office. Well, it was here yesterday, but I was on a plane. I actually really wasn't on a plane because of East Coast storm nightmare. I was actually stranded in the airport for 14 hours. Am I wearing exactly what I was wearing in the airport? Yes. Is this an entirely new phone? Yes. Well, sort of. It came out at Mobile World Congress in February of 2012, or announced, that is, if you remember back to my hands-on video, but this thing is finally coming to a carrier in the United States. Now, unfortunately, at least for them, the Samsung Galaxy Note 2 was announced yesterday by Samsung, coming soon to the US on 5 different carriers. So much like the Samsung Galaxy S3, this thing is right on the back of its heels, and it's coming soon to carriers. So the Intuition is already arriving on Verizon, a little bit outdated. As if the delay between February and now wasn't enough, the Galaxy Note 2 is sure to put a dent in this thing. But out of the box, you get the Intuition, you get the battery, you get USB wall charger, Rubber Diem. Now, I pronounce this 2 ways. I'm either like Rubber Diem, like it's supposed to be some sort of like, you know, nice thing, Rubber Diem, or Rubber Diem, like they would in North Carolina. So it's Rubber Diem, or it's Rubber Diem, Rubber Diem. You know how like some high-class New Yorker would pronounce it, Rubber Diem, or Rubber Diem. I think I'm going to call it Rubber Diem. LG tag stickers, quick reference guide, product safety and warranty brochure. Let's take a look at this in the box. Special thanks to Best Buy Mobile for hooking us up with devices like the LG Intuition and more for use in our One Paw Bandit giveaway game. So what we do is turn those devices around and give them to you on the site. When you go into Best Buy Mobile, you'll walk out working to help you set up your email, your web, your settings, all that. So when you walk out the door, you're good to go. So here it is, the LG Intuition, and then of course our start guides, Intuition by LG. Got an NFC tag here, LG NFC tag. You can activate that to do whatever you want it to do. Here's the Rubber Diem pin. I'm gonna get a bunch of YouTube comments like, I hate when this guy says Rubber Diem, but I want that to haunt your dreams, friends. Rubber Diem. And then of course the Rubber Diem pin. The people in the office are probably like, what in the heck is he saying? And of course your AC adapter module, USB cable. As you can see, I'm pulling out of the little packaging here. Typical LG USB cable, and then an LG rather AC adapter. I just combined them together. It was faster. LC AC adapter, as you can see right there with a port for the USB cable. So that's what you get out of the box. Not too much there. Coming to Verizon Wireless. It's actually available right now on Verizon Wireless. But again, keep in mind the Samsung Galaxy Note 2 is on the way. You're not going to read that, so what does it matter? And then over here is the device. Specs-wise, 1.5 gigahertz dual-core processor. Got a giant 5-inch display. And then pull this off as well. 5-inch LCD display. And then you've got, pull this off also, lots of stickers apparently. It's one thing you've got, lots and lots of stickers. 4G LTE capabilities here, global roaming, you've got NFC, an 8 megapixel camera with 1080p HD video recording, and then Android 4.0 with LG's user interface. So this thing finally has Android 4.0, if I remember right, at Mobile World Congress, which feels like an eternity ago. It had Android 2.3, so it's nice that it was updated to that. Pull the stickers off, you're like, come on man, start this dang thing up. We'll take a look here. Volume rocker on the right side. Got your USB placed there, your micro USB charging port underneath a nice little port. You've got a button that does something here, we'll figure that out. You've got a camera on the back, and then you've got over here, looks like your micro SIM card slot. Yep, micro SIM card slot right there. Let's power it on and take a look. Now this thing is very uniquely shaped. It's a 4:3 aspect ratio. You've got back button, home button, recent applications, and menu capacitive buttons down here at the bottom. It is gigantic, and unlike the Galaxy Note, which while still big is easier to hold in the hand, you've got, take a look at this for example. Galaxy Note, relatively easy to hold in the hand. Still a big device, still hard to wrap your fingers around it. Even somebody like me with big hands has a hard time. But then over here, this thing, next to impossible to wrap your hands around because of the aspect ratio of the device. But still 4G LTE capabilities, and at least I guess you can hold it like this and hold it up like a normal phone. Your Rubber Diem pin, this is a downside as well. The fact that this doesn't have a holster or anything to put the Rubber Diem pin. You guys are like, stop saying Rubber Diem. Unlike the Samsung Galaxy Note, as you can see here, has the place in the device itself. You don't have one of those over here. You got to carry the pin around whenever you want to use it on the Intuition. But you can see here, Android 4.0 out of the gate. You've got your shortcuts up here, and you can edit these, or you should be able to edit these right here. So I can edit, and I can change these around. So let's say I use Bluetooth on a regular basis. I use NFC. I can put those up the top and then go back. So when I come back over here, you can see NFC and Bluetooth are my first available options. Another option here that's cool about the pen, and this is something I do with the Galaxy Note on a regular basis, I'm always like, I hit the back button and I'm like, wait a second, that didn't work. Well, you can use the pen on the Intuition to hit the buttons down here at the bottom, your recent apps, menu, and then home, and back buttons. Also, out of the gate, you do get some Verizon applications. It looks like tap edit button to remove or move or uninstall apps. Let's see what we can move and or uninstall. You can take a look here and see what comes out of the gate. Verizon, VCast apps. You've got LG's custom icons here. Google Plus integration as usual. NFC Tag Plus or LG Tag Plus for NFC things. Audible. Mobile hotspot. My Verizon Mobile. Real Racing 2. Shark Dash. Ooh, doggies. Shark Dash. And then you got Smart Share, Video Wiz, VZ Navigator, Visual Voicemail, which is an additional $2.99 monthly, and more. So in terms of user interface, it looks a lot like the LG Optimus 4X HD. So if you remember back to my unboxing and my review for that, very similar there. Downloads and widgets right here that you can access from the main screen. And one thing I really like about Android devices lately that are coming from LG, the ability here, and we'll go in so you can take a look. Power Saver, I think it's in Power Saver. No, it's not. It's actually in Battery, if I remember right. No, maybe it is in Power Saver. With all these devices, it's hard to remember where everything is. There it is, battery percentage. I can turn on the battery percentage indicator right here, and I can see an actual percentage up in the top right-hand corner of how much battery I have left. That's so much better than this arbitrary battery thing, which even at 59% or 54%, looks like it's 3/4 of the way full, and you don't realize how empty your battery may be. And that's a nice little feature there. Again, Verizon Wireless 4G LTE capabilities. You've got this Wi-Fi networks, this obnoxious Wi-Fi networks thing up here. And let's see if I can turn it off. Yeah, it's giving me this gigantic Wi-Fi button, so a little bit more reasonable than that. But unfortunately, most of the devices are still doing this. Keep it locked on PhoneDog.com for continuing coverage of the LG Intuition on Verizon Wireless. Available now. Going to go head-to-head with the Galaxy Note 2 later in the year. Let's take a look at PhoneDog.com and see the LG keyboard. A nice big device, and that's PhoneDog.com with a rubber dam pen and an 8-megapixel camera. I don't know why I transferred it over there, but you know what? It sounds real nice. Rubber dam pen and more. So anyway, Android 4.0, 7 home screens on this device. It's a decent little Android powerhouse available on Verizon Wireless. Much more coverage to come on PhoneDog.com. Keep it locked on the page on Facebook. Greatest tech giveaway ever 2 in progress right now at PhoneDog.com/live. You can check out the drawings every night at 6 p.m. Eastern and learn more on the site at PhoneDog.com. Follow me on Twitter as well, PhoneDog_Aaron, and on Facebook at Facebook.com/PhoneDogAB. Thanks for watching. Much more to come on the LG Intuition on PhoneDog.com. We'll see you next time.